All right, guys, this is a Genius, and today I'm going to give my comments on the new official trailer from Star Wars. And you won't have to worry about me crying this time because there's just too much action going on in this trailer. But I will have to turn the lights out, so just bear with me, and then we'll watch the trailer.
Who are you? I'm no one. I was raised to do one thing. But I've got nothing to fight for. Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started. There are stories about what happened. It's true. All of it. The dark side. The Jedi. They're real. The Force is calling to you. Just that day.
All right, guys, appreciate you bearing with me to turn the lights back on. And of course, this trailer is just phenomenal. What I loved about it is just J.J. Abrams. He's sticking to what made Star Wars great, and the whole way he frames the shots, the whole way he's using practical effects, and it's just amazing how a story and a movie like this could stand the test of time, simply because George Lucas undoubtedly has had cracked the formula on a legendary saga, or what it takes to make a legendary saga. So what I wanted to comment about was all of the questions that I had. I've watched this trailer a million times, obviously. So, and each time I watch it, I'm trying to imagine what the story would be like, and I think that's what makes Star Wars great. I try to avoid all the spoilers and all that. I don't know too much about that. As a matter of fact, I really don't even keep up on the expanded universe, only because I don't want to confuse myself on what the future Star Wars movies is going to be about. I remember when I was a kid and I saw Star Wars, when we heard that there was going to be Return of the Jedi coming out, we all, the kids in my neighborhood and at school, speculated about who Darth Vader was and who Luke Skywalker was. And I think this movie is going to do the same thing, because it just begs too many questions. I mean, if you remember in New Hope, we knew that Luke Skywalker was a hero in the movie, but it really didn't tell us too much about what kind of powers he had until Empire Strikes Back. So I think J.J. Abrams is going to kind of use the same way of establishing these characters. I mean, these characters are brand new. I have no idea who they are. This girl in the movie, beautiful girl, she seems like she's going to be obviously a hero in the movie. My speculation is that she's going to be related somehow to Leia, although I could be totally wrong about that. One of the things that the movie, the prequels and the original trilogy kind of implied was that the Force could actually descend upon an individual that not necessarily was related to someone by birth. So, but I think more than likely, maybe Daisy Ridley's character is going to be somehow related to Leia and maybe Han Solo, but maybe the kids was kidnapped. Maybe she was kidnapped at a younger age or something like that. I mean, one of the things that we know about after Return of the Jedi is that the Empire was destroyed, and then you had the basically the whole army of stormtroopers that were, the way I understood it, were clones. They were destroyed as well. So in order to keep peace and order in the galaxy, they probably went back to using human individuals for stormtroopers. And I think this Boyega's character, I think he probably is one of those stormtroopers who wanted to, because you can hear his voiceover, wanted to do good for the Republic, but at the same time, he probably was beginning to discover some powers that that made him more than just an ordinary stormtrooper. So I could be wrong about that. That's just my speculation, but it's fun to speculate. I wrote down some other questions I had about these characters. Going back to this Boyega's character, I think he, if you look at the end of the trailer, looks like he's obviously fighting a Sith Lord. And at first I was thinking, well, you know, would he have the powers, or would he have been trained enough to face a Sith Lord like that? Who knows? Luke Skywalker, we know in Return of the Jedi, Yoda warned him that he wasn't ready to fight Darth Vader. However, this Kylo Ren figure, who's really interesting, just like Darth Vader's character, maybe he's related to one of the Skywalkers. You know, I could see them maybe Kylo Rey's character being revealed in Star Wars Episode 8 as somehow related to the Skywalkers. So this is what makes Star Wars above any other movie, because no other movie can cause this much controversy and debate over characters. It's really the standard bearer as far as storytelling is concerned, and when you see characters this well defined and this well established in a movie like Star Wars, it makes even those who want to criticize or hate Star Wars, it makes them want to go see it too, which is the ultimate power of a movie like Star Wars. So, but this Kylo Ren character, I'm really curious to see what's under his mask. Again, this sticks right to the same way that Star Wars and the original trilogy finally revealed who Darth Vader was, and then even the prequels showed how Anakin Skywalker became Darth Vader. So I see no reason why these new episodes of Star Wars will not in some way do the same thing in revealing who this character is. I mean, everybody's going to wonder and speculate who he is. So that's the beauty of Star Wars. And going back to Daisy Ridley's character, I think this staff that she's carrying around, one thing I liked about Star Wars is that it has a lot of motifs that are derived from the Bible, and I think when you remember the story of Moses and how he had a staff and how it actually was able to change into snakes and eat the snakes of some of the priests in the Egyptian empire, I think the staff that Daisy Ridley's character is holding might have some kind of special powers in a similar way. And she's kind of being set up in the trailer as the hero when you can hear Leia's voice in the background saying it's all up to you. So that would be pretty cool if that staff actually had powers that are even beyond or even more unique than that of the lightsaber, which you know, how can you imagine topping a weapon like a lightsaber? But maybe this weapon that she's carrying, if it is a weapon, maybe it does just that. So again, this is the groundbreaking capabilities of a movie like Star Wars, where it'll always introduce something new, something that we've never seen before, with the backdrop of what we're anticipating when it comes to a movie like Star Wars. The history, the culture that it creates is unique to Star Wars. So I'll just wrap up by saying that I think this movie is going to be unbelievable. I think they're doing it just like George Lucas originally did it back in 1977, and I think J.J. Abrams, he's done a phenomenal job in recreating the Star Wars story and saga. And I think that because I already got my tickets for the first opening night, and it was funny when I went there, when I saw the trailer, I immediately went to the theaters, and already half of the back row seats were full. So but I did get my ticket, so I'm glad about that. And no other movie has that kind of power to to basically have a trailer that comes out a year ahead of time creates so much speculation, controversy, debate over the characters. Most movies, you see them once, they've already defined who the characters are. We really don't, care too much after the movie what happens, because we've been satisfied as to who the characters are, and they're good stories. I mean, if you take a movie like Batman or something like that, but how many times can you tell the story of Batman? I mean, and how he began, or Spider-Man or something. I mean, at some point it just becomes silly, where you try to make his beginning more edgy or more comical or something. It's kind of over the top sometimes. But with a movie like Star Wars, because you're dealing with a whole new universe and whole new, well, I should say, world or galaxy, the possibilities are unlimited in the number of stories you can tell. I understand there's going to be spin-offs and other movies made based on some of the characters from Star Wars, and it's totally appropriate. I mean, there's just enough to go around, and only a movie like Star Wars can do that. So anyways, I want to just also say thank you to all the people who have watched my reactions of these Star Wars trailers. I never gotten so many views on my YouTube channel, and because of that, I'm going to include more videos related to Star Wars, and give you my also commentary and philosophy on life in general. That was influenced a lot by my early childhood when I saw Star Wars for the first time. So if you're interested in that, I encourage you to stay subscribed or get subscribed to my channel, and also if you like my videos, please click like, and basically stay tuned, because I'm gonna use this opportunity to share a lot about what I think about Star Wars and basically how the world turns so under that influence. So anyways, again, thank you for watching my video. Like and subscribe, and until next time, may the Force be with you.